There's no question that the Republican Party is in complete and total disarray, right? Faction against faction over there in the Republican Party. We saw it in the midterms just 3 months ago. We saw it with the speaker fight with Kevin McCarthy. We've seen it with the party, electing a new chair, which happened to be the old chair again. But there are fights, there are divisions, and there's a lot of infighting in the Republican Party. And so that, of course, is why Ted Cruz went on Fox News this week to say that Democrats are in fact the party that is at each other's throats, and there's a civil war taking place apparently within the Democratic Party. And he pointed to a recent article from the New York Times that talked to a lot of Democratic donors and fundraisers and, insiders. And they said, listen, we're not super happy with Vice President Kamala Harris. We're not super happy with President Biden. So Cruz took that to mean that all of these attacks we're seeing in the media against Biden, but mostly on Harris, are somehow all being orchestrated by the Democrats, perhaps by some power-hungry Democrats who would love to replace either Harris or Biden in 2024. Here's what Ted Cruz said. Listen, when Democrats want to kill each other, they have the New York Times on speed dial number 1. And what this article is every ambitious Democrat, they're looking at Joe Biden. And I'm here to tell you Joe Biden's not going to run in 24. I do not believe he will be the Democratic nominee in 24. I think all the ambitious Democrats are measuring the drapes. And I think you're looking at people like Pete Buttigieg and Elizabeth Warren and Gavin Newsom, who all see Kamala Harris in their way. And so these knives are coming from every direction. Fox News host Jesse Water then responded, big prediction by the senator. What Ted Cruz is trying to do, and look, I'm not saying the Democratic Party is not arguing with amongst itself right now, but Ted Cruz is trying to deflect all of the attention from the Republican infighting over onto the Democrats, saying, oh my God, look how terrible they are. What, because you had a couple yahoos, Democratic establishment money men, saying we're not too happy with Kamala Harris. Listen, I'm not a huge fan of Kamala Harris, mostly because of her history as the California Attorney General. But has she been a total failure as vice president? Like, is she screwing up every day? No. And I think that's a ridiculous claim for anybody to make. What it is these money men, and I could name them, but I'm not, but these money men down in Florida, they want more control. And they don't have that control. So they would love to see somebody else step in that they have a little bit more control over. That's the fight you should be talking about, Ted. But instead, you're trying to paint the Democrats as if they're in total disarray. They don't know what the hell's going on, when in reality, it's your party that has the knives out. It's your party that is at each other's throats, and your fighting is on full display for the entire country to see, and it has been for about 6 months now.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.